to the deepest secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed, yeah. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it, yeah. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from defenders to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a law threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt, they try to bring me down. See me winning, you ain't like me.
Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi. And today I have another special banger for you, right? Now listen, before we get too far in the video, you know exactly what you need to do. Make sure you drop a like, and let's get this video to at least 1,000 likes. That would definitely push the video to the recommended. And furthermore, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. I'm by far the hardest working YouTuber in 2K community, and hopefully you can appreciate the 9 a.m. and the 5 p.m. daily double uploads. You can show that appreciation by dropping a like and subscribing, all right? Now, let's get straight into this video. So what we're gonna discuss today is the best shooting badges for low 3-ball shooting builds. Those are gonna be more like your slashers, your lockdowns. We're talking about not even in the 70s, maybe low 70s, 71 at the best. We're talking about pie charts that are made from the Hall of Fame finishing and playmaking, the Hall of Fame playmaking and defense, which of course makes the two-way playmakers or your two-way slashing playmakers or your slashing playmakers. We're talking about your perimeter lockdowns that are made from the pure red pie chart, your two-way finishers that are coming from the pure red or the red blue. We're talking about those type of builds. And then of course, we're also going to talk about your spot up builds that are, you know, the not 6'8" ones, but they're 6'10", right? They're 6'10", so now your 3 balls somewhere around a 71, almost like my facilitating 4 that I made, okay? So what we're going to talk about first is the best for the guard builds, right? So your dribbling ISO player type guard builds with the low shooting ball. Now, we know that these individuals are going to have somewhere between 8 to 12 at max. 12 at max. We all know if you're a yellow-red, you're getting 12. Even if you max everything out, you're getting 12, right? So you know that you have to be able to utilize these in a very, 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 very good way, okay? So the first one that you want to get when you're getting a build like this, the first badge that you want to make sure you get up is going to be Sniper, okay? Sniper is by far the most hated and controversial badge in 2K. A lot of people hate this badge. Why? Because just read the thing. Jump shots taken with slightly early and slightly late timing will receive a boost, while early or late shots will receive a bigger penalty. Well, guess what? It's very rare for people to shoot very late and very early, right? But a lot of people shoot slightly early and slightly late. So Sniper just literally just pulls that slightly early and slightly late straight into the green window, and then boom, you get a lot of green animations. People hate this, but guess what? For a low shooting build, you want to have this at all costs. You want this the first badge you want to get, okay? Now, the second badge that you want to get as a dribbler, now we're talking about as a primary dribbling guard build, you want to get stop and pop or rhythm shooter, depending on which one you are. A lot of people go with stop and pop. That's what I go with, stop and pop. Now, you might ask yourself, why go with stop and pop before anything else? Well, because usually what happens is that it's very hard for individuals to get their hot zones consistently at the top of the key until they start hitting it, okay? So you want to get your stop and pop. We all know what stop and pop, boost shot rating on stand shield 3-pointers after dribbling, right? So basically with a combination of stop and pop and Sniper, you're going to be able to hit at a very high rate, looking at somewhere between 60%, okay? Then the next badge that you want to go ahead and get, remember, you only have 12 badges, is Hot Zone Hunter. So now if you're looking at this 3, 6, 9, these are 9 badges. Hot Zone Hunter is still a really good badge, okay? It's not as good as it was last year, but there's still percentages within it that makes it, hey, you want to have this, especially when you're at the top of the key. Most ISO players, or just, well, yeah, you're an ISO player. If you're, you know, like I said, you're Hall of Fame finishing, playmaking, Hall of Fame finishing, playmaking defense or whatever, you're an ISO build. You're either a two-way playmaker, like I stated, or a two-way slashing floor, slashing playmaker, or something like that. So, two-way slashing playmaker, not slashing floor. So you're going to be at the top of the key working most of the time, all right? So these 3 badges you definitely want to have, right? And then the last badge that you want to have is going to be blinders, okay? So this is the 12 right here. Blinders, because you're going to be getting a lot with your stop and pop. Usually the defender is going to be coming, trying to catch up to the left or the right of you, and that's when blinders activate. So if you have 12 badges, this is what you want to rock with. if you only have 8, let's say you only have 8 badges, you're on the bottom tier of the finishing, you only have 8. So you see right here, 3, 6, 9, right? So these are the 3 badges that you have. Then I would go ahead and drop Hot Zone Hunter to my 8. This is my 8. If you have 9, go here, and then 10, 11, 12, something like that, okay? You want to make sure you get these 2 combinations together first, and then get your Hot Zone Hunters up, okay? That is going to be the lethal combination within those 8 to 12 badges that you'll have on your guard build, okay? Now, any other badge that I would say like, hey, it's worth getting outside of that. Let's say, for instance, you have your blinders here. If you want to drop your Hot Zone Hunter, right, and go here with the Lucky 7, that's a good one. Mismatch Expert, it was nerfed, but it's still a good one version, but you need to get that up high. And to me, I just don't know if that's going to be more important in blinders. Plus, I know a lot of individuals that are able to consistently green contested shots without having Mismatch Expert, okay? So that's the reason why I said Lucky 7 will be a good one-off badge on bronze, and of course Catch and Shoot will be another good one-off badge on bronze. But for the most part, if you're going to have 8 to 12 badges, these are the 4 you need to concentrate on, okay? So now let's just look at for my spot up shooters, my low ball spot up shooters. So let's just head to that right now. All right, my nephews and nieces. So now we are looking at, once again, these low ball, 3-ball shooters from your spot ups, okay? So as a spot up shooter, again, you're going to be looking at somewhere between, in this instance, let's say for instance, you know, you're looking at somewhere for a red, green pie chart, mostly red with a little bit of green pie chart, those type of lockdown builds. Pure red, right? If you're pure red, you're only gonna be looking at maybe 6, but a lot of people don't usually do the pure red. So maybe we're looking at Hall of Fame shooting, Hall of Fame defense, or Hall of Fame defense with a little bit of shooting, okay, for your spot up type builds. So the first badge, of course, again, is nothing new, is gonna be Sniper. Again, we already discussed why Sniper is so important. That slightly early, slightly late release is what literally like 99% of people shoot. So it's just going to benefit you the most. So Sniper is the first badge that you want to be able to knock out. And then the second badge, of course, is going to be Catch and Shoot. Nothing new here with Catch and Shoot. For a short time after receiving a pass, the receiver's ability to knock down threes gets a significant boost. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just imagine literally with these 2 badges here, and you know, you should be able to shoot pretty consistent. I mean, if you know, like, if you watch my videos in the beginning of the year when I had my pure red 2A finisher, these are the 2 badges that I basically had and I was rocking with the whole time. I think I had, because I only had 6 badges. No, I'm sorry, 7. Did I have 7 or 6? Right? I think it was either this, but regardless, these are the 2 badges that you want to make sure you get off rip with your low 3-ball shooting Catch and Shoot build. Remember, as you can see, these are just going to be, if you do get the Hall of Fame shooting, Hall of Fame defense, your 3 balls might be a little bit higher up, like in the mid 70s, but at the same time, we're talking about the ones that got the mostly defense with a little bit of shooting. That right there should get you somewhere between 71 to 72 3-ball. So again, this is where you'll really benefit the most, okay? And then that next one will definitely be the Hot Zone Hunter again. We discussed that previously with the guards. Hot Zone Hunter is not as great as it was last year, but it's still very viable. It's still a badge that you definitely want to make sure you have. And again, if you're able to max it all the way out, you can. But I also say that if you can't get it to gold, to say for instance you only have 8, then of course having it on silver is still great. And if you even go on bronze, it's still good enough if you only have like 7, okay? So this is how you can really tweak it, but you always want to make sure you max out your Catch and Shoot and Sniper. Those are very important, okay? And then that last badge that's going to be very viable for you, believe it or not, is going to be Corner Specialist. Corner Specialist this year is really good, okay? So before previous years, you know, hey, you can really hit shots in the corner, you don't need this badge, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's true, but at the same time, remember, you have a low 3-ball here. If you have a low 3-ball, you know what I'm talking about. And you're going to be most of the time spotting up in the corner. I strongly doubt you have a 69 3-ball or 70-something 3-ball, 71 3-ball, and you're spotting up at Limitless, and you know, because you're not going to waste time on that badge, but you can definitely get it here on your Corner Specialist. This right here is 12 badges, okay? But let's say, for instance, you only have like 7 or 9. We talked about this already. Do you all want to have these 2 off rip? So that's 6. And then you can go 7, 8, 9. And then, of course, if you have more than that, then you can go ahead and start upping Corner Specialist, okay? The only other one that I would say that would be a good one to look at and to having would not be blinders, because if you're sitting in the corner, most likely they're coming from under the basket straight towards you, so it'd be more of a dead eye shot, so you can focus on the dead eye. And also Lucky 7 is a very viable badge too to look at. So those two, I guess you can say, would be like the runner-ups to these four that you currently see. But there you have it, my nephews and nieces. These are the best shooting badges for low 3-ball shooting builds. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, just make sure you drop a like, you subscribe to the channel, and as usual, your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really soon with the banger, man. You know, when I say I'll be back soon with the banger, you know exactly what day I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.